Hello everyone, this is Hachiri, and we are back in FTB Interactions. Now, we've been working on a few things off camera. The server has been down for a little bit as we are setting up new hardware. This is actually a brand new box. The previous host was less than acceptable. The server just was not performing, and we had to move back to a upgraded box at OVH. So we got this all nicely set up. Now, right now, I'm just picking up a little bit of materials here because make sure my spawn's okay. Because we need cadmium to build a few things, and what we're going to be working on is we're going to get our first drill made and kind of take a look at that and get that tested out, just to see if the drills are worth pursuing or if we should stick to the tinker tools. Now I have enough chalcopyrite here, so we'll go back to our base and going to put away some of this. And I only want 3 chalcopyrite. Now I can process it fully right now. I'm only just gonna grab the 3 though. And while that's crushing and pulverizing into dust for us to centrifuge, let's kind of do a quick overview of what we've been doing while offline. Now, we've set up most of our machines. We got our first blast furnace going. We got like several machines here. We got like an advanced electrolyzer processing clay to turn it into silicon and aluminum and such. And basically, all you do is you take clay, put it in a macerator, pulverize it into clay dust, and then you electrolyze it in an advanced electrolyzer, and you get all of this wonderful stuff here. Now I need 3 lithium batteries for some of the stuff we're building today. And then I'm going to need 1 cadmium battery. So we'll get this going. And does it take 2 per? I guess it takes 2 per. Alright, so get those lithium batteries going there. And we're going to get more chalcopyrite going because we need 2 cadmium instead of 1 cadmium. Alright. Whoa. 6. Alright, that produced a lot more than I thought it did. Okay, cool. So while that's doing that, we've made most of our LV machines. There are a few LV machines I skipped. And then there are some that I will be making here soon. One such machine that I skipped is the alloy furnace, because we're going to go straight to the MV alloy furnace. And reason being is we don't really need the LV alloy furnace or anything right at this moment, and we can make everything with the MV one, and we can go straight to that. So we're gonna go that route and just go straight to the MV alloy, which will also allow us to make Ender IO conduits and pulsating iron and such to help with the items. The other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up an air collector and getting things ready for polyethylene. So this is how you build an air collector. The pumps are just as normal. One thing I would recommend doing as soon as you can, use an assembler to make the pumps. It's much easier in the end. And the item filters are just a steel plate and some zinc foil. And zinc foil is a zinc plate with a program chip set to configuration 4 in a metal bender. So you only need 2 zinc bars to make that. And the iron bars are just simple 6 iron rods and a wrench. And that makes your iron bars. So we're going to pull out this basic air collector. Now, it doesn't exactly tell you how this thing works, but gotta love it. But basically, you give it power, and it just starts filling with air. And you can have it go into whatever tank. And we're going to be using this with a chemical reactor. To make polyethylene. Now, I thought about doing the recipe using oxygen, but right now we don't have a steady supply of oxygen, and the automated supplies of oxygen, I mean, once we get permanent automated ore processing, we'll have a ton of oxygen, but right now we don't really have that, and we're gonna need a bucket every 8 seconds, and really, if we were to centrifuge this, we'd only get a bucket every 80 seconds. We would need a lot. We would need, see, 10 of these. We would need 80 air collectors to produce that much, I believe. Air, because I don't know how much a tick this produces. It doesn't say. I mean, it could be I'm completely wrong on that, and that a single air collector would be fine. But we would still need at least 8 centrifuging to keep up with it. So I don't know if that's worthwhile. So yeah, we'll look into that as we go. But for now, we're just going to do basic air. It's 1-to-1. And it's 1 bucket to about 1 bar's worth of ethylene to make 1 bar of polyethylene. And the math is just easy to go with right now instead of doing 1.5 polyethylene. I would really like to do the oxygen route if we can do so. But we'll have to get a few things built before we go into that. So what we're going to work on today is we're going to try to get our first drill. I think that's what we'll go for today as the short goal, is getting the drill built. Now, I wanted to do a cobalt drill. So I will need cobalite, I believe. Alright, centrifuge it, and then And we do have the MB, so we can get cobalt dust, which needs to be processed with oxygen. And we do have at least a little oxygen, so that's fine. But yeah, I was planning on doing the cobalt drill bit, which is steel plates and cobalt plates. So we're going to be going and looking for that today as well. And cobaltite is at a nickel vein. So let's see if I have any nickel veins directly near me. Let's see what's nearby. I got those 3 over there. I could have sworn I actually had one closer than that, though. Let's see what the nickel flower is. Everlasting P. Let's take a minute and go outside and see if we can find an everlasting. All right, sunrise. Let's wait for sunrise and then see if we can get an everlasting B. And we'll take a look at this. I'm going to put away some of these tools. We got all sorts of goodies from a dungeon run. And I've been charging them. Which, by the way, to charge machines, you use a CEU to charge a lot of these that require RF. It's the only way to charge it early game. But yeah, CEU is the way to go for that. I'll just set these machines right here for now. Alright, a couple of those, got that. Let's get that cadmium battery going real quick too. We can finish processing the calcite after. Alright, so there's the cadmium. Go to our canning machine. And there is our cadmium battery. Alright, so we have some of the pieces of the puzzle now. Just set that right there for now. And we're going to put these away too. Set these right here for right now. And make sure our tools are all nice and repaired up. The other good thing about getting this stuff set up is we can upgrade our hammer to cobalt, our pickaxe to cobalt, our axe to cobalt, start having tools with a little more durability. But I'm pretty sure out here was another nickel vein. Because I find it very hard to believe. Oh, this is galena right here. That is soapstone, which I do need to mine. But I'm almost certain just out here we had a nickel vein. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but magnetite. But for some reason it's stuck in my head that there is a nickel vein nearby. And we have a hidden dungeon nearby apparently too. Because I keep seeing this Praetor message, which means there's a boss nearby. You know, I have aluminum. I really need to make a glider. Hello. What are you? Alright. So this guy has apparently portaled right outside my base area. Awesome. I'm not seeing... Like, I thought it was out here. Was it possibly on this hill? I mean, worst comes to worst, I go back to the other point, because, I mean, if I remember right, yeah, it's right in this area where I have a teleport to. So we could always just do that. I was hoping there was one right here, though. Wait. Ah, there was one right here. Here we go. Alright. And it's in my claim area. Let's see how deep it is. Alright. And it's a ways down here. Alright. Well. We are going to dig our way down. And go from there. Now this is generally not the best way of doing things. You see how there's a ravine there? Like normally up top I would have placed a cave illuminator and had that set up so that I don't like kill myself. But we're already at the vein here. 2 and 3. And alright. So this way we know there are monsters. There are horrible things that way. We're going to mine out kind of around here. And I'll probably... take a moment, mine out a bunch of this. I may actually come back with the cave illuminator just so that we don't have like so many monsters around, because Mutant Steve is a thing we gotta worry about. Players have progressed quite a bit. And like you see right here, we're pretty close to that. So but we are getting the cobalt ore we wanted, so this is good. I may end up looking into an extruder as well, just to upgrade our tools. But that should be enough cobaltite to do what we're doing. So yeah, let's also set a waypoint here actually. Just so we know about where to set that cave illuminator. So note to self, place cave illuminator there later. Alright, this ore is full. So nickel, pentalite, I'll need that for later. Cobaltite, garnet. And need to pulverize this. So get that going. Let's check on this other stuff that we had going. Alright, so that gives us about 9 more. Gives us a nice even 14 cadmium for batteries and such later. I don't know what the output is, so let's do this. It's going to take 4 per. Let's see what the fluid output is on that, and then we may save it depending on what it is. Clean these out. Alright, gives us a little EMC there. Now, what else do we need? We need 2 things. We need a power unit. Alright, so we need stainless steel. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, so at least 5 stainless steel. Now, we can't cook stainless steel, so we're going to need chrome, nickel, and manganese. Manganese. Tantalite. Ah, I did get some tantalite. Alright, so we're good there. You know what? I should actually have this have your cycle reference. Okay, chrome, if I remember right, is electrolyzing like ruby dust. Yeah. Alright. And then nickel is exactly that. It's nickel. So let's get this going too then. Oh, that's producing a lot more than I thought it would be. Let's do 18 ruby ore. As well. Alright. And we're also going to need you know what? Do I really only have 5 iron? Oh yeah, I guess so. I've gone through all of my other iron. Alright, let's grab 2 nickel ore. And 12 iron. So that's the equivalent of 6. I need 24 iron. Get this cobalite centrifuging. Now let's check and see what the chalcopyrite byproduct is. Oh, I'm not seeing any byproduct. Okay, Fe and silver too. Okay, okay. That is good to know. No fluid byproduct. Very good. Cobalt's gonna have a byproduct. Alright, so while we're doing that, let's take a look at what else we need. We got the ores processing for this. We do need an LV motor. So do we have an LV motor? Let's find out. Do we have an LV? Oh yeah, we got plenty of LV motors. Alright, so that's not a problem. That is all a non-issue. So I guess we need to focus on the drill bit next. Let's take a look. Cobalt drill. Alright, so we need steel plates. Make sure we don't have any plates. Yeah, we don't. And we're just going to go ahead and get this done. Now, part of the reason I'm making this drill is I really want to see if the drill is actually worth it. Can this be done with the LV metal bender? Yes. I just want to see if this drill's worth it. I want to see what the power usage is, if we can charge it with just a normal battery, things of that nature. The other thing I said I wanted to build was a building gadget, which is a lithium battery and a few of these parts here. Now we do have good circuits. We need electrum. We need more steel plates. We only need 2 electrum plates, so throw that up in there. And grab this and this. Oh yeah, crude steel. So I did some work on this. And I kind of figured out why I wasn't getting much in terms of steel when I did this last time. Apparently, if you don't, these arcane bellows actually increase the nugget output. So you want those bellows there. And that gives you quite a bit of steel. Quite a bit. It actually produces more than any early game steel output. And we'll just slap that in there to produce those. You are centrifuging. Oh, look at that. It's just already giving us tiny piles of cobalt before we even processed it. That is very good. And alright, so we're good on this too. Now cobalt requires how much oxygen to process? 250. So a single bucket will make 4 ingots, which is what we need. So let's go get that. And we'll just float over to the thing. All right. I may need to put it in my bag to reach this, yeah. Alright. Alright, so we got that in there. And we can make at least 4 cobalt for right now. We'll put the rest in here for now. Pull the circuit out, don't need that. And this should produce some cobalt. And we're not having any issues. So that's good. And that will give us the cobalt plates. Now let's check on the other processing. Bounce around. This is back to the cobalt. Did it process everything else? No. Alright, so we have this. So we're going to place this dust here. Because we already know it's 6 of that. Now in here we have all this impure tantalite, so we'll take that. We have this impure nickel, so we're going to take that as well. And then we're going to go ahead and toss this in here. Actually, let's do it this way so that the... well, we already have what we need on that. Let's speed this up a bit. Let's take this one. Throw that way down here. A little bit of iron there. Alright. Gives us our cobalt. Slap that in here. Grab this, grab these plates. Now for our other item we were working on. The building gadget. We need 2 red alloy. I think I have all my red alloy right here. And one of these, can it use a normal circuit? Good circuit, integrated circuit, good circuit, okay. So I'll take a good circuit. And that gives us the chassis for that. And I'm gonna need to get 8 more iron. Oh, wait. We will utilize this steel. I forgot we have these plates, and we don't need that. So throw that there, take these parts out. And put this right here. So I need a small lithium. Two pearls. And a red alloy, which we got from, or enriched alloy we got from a quest for mechanism. And we have ourselves a building gadget. So now things are starting to get spicy. Alright, so now we got that. Let's go check on our cobalt plates, and then we'll take a look at this ore production here. This should be okay. It's still doing ruby ore, ruby dust, cobaltite dust. Okay, this might be. You got 6 more to go through. I may start centrifuging this early. still doing tantalite, which is giving us tantalum. Okay. Alright, so that's going to take a little while. Let's see. Tant. How many do we need to electrolyze? We need 9 for 1 manganese. And initially we only need 1 manganese. So I will take 9 of this. I'm going to quickly throw this in here. Throw that right there. Alright, 9 of this will give us the manganese, and I think it produces a bunch of oxygen too. Yeah, it produces like 6 oxygen, so we need to get a tank, take care of that. Because we do want to keep that oxygen right now. I think when we build our ore processing, we're going to need to look at the chains for the dusts and have multiple electrolyzers. Just so that we can store all of the byproducts, because we're going to want those byproducts. Now, ruby dust is 6 to 1. And I believe with the nickel, that actually gives us all of the dusts. Grab the manganese. We got our first chrome, people. All right. What else do you get from this as a byproduct? Just aluminum? Yeah, all right. I'm kind of wondering where we get titanium from. I'll have to look at that. All right, so this right there, and this, and there is 9 stainless steel. Now, how we use this? We don't need any oxygen. We can just throw it directly into our blast furnace. But what temperature does it require? We're good on that, and we're good on that. Cool. Cool beans. So we don't have to upgrade this yet. So we'll get that smelting in the blast furnace. Pull out the aluminum we were cooking earlier. And we will soon have our stainless steel. I have a bunch of these, so we should probably take these out. Put them over here for now. And our cobalt plates are done. So let's make the drill bit while that stainless steel is cooking. And there is our cobalt drill bit. So all that's left is the power unit. And we have everything we need at that point. So let's see. 4 plates. Will you play? Yeah, okay, you will. Alright. What about the lathe? Yes. Alright, so this will work out well. So we only need 5, so we might as well go and... Now this is a small... Yeah, okay. Oh, this takes a while. Oh, we got a quest completion apparently. Oh, just nickel. Alright, so let's throw this one in the lathe and get the screws going. I mean, we may need stainless steel rods, but I'm making this just for the screws. So we'll go with this and see how it works. And this gives us 4 bolts per. So just like that, we took something that would only give us 4 screws and doubled it. We now have plenty of stainless steel screws. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I love how that the stats of the power unit are determined by the parts used to make it. So because we're using a cadmium battery for it, we're going to have a much higher power reserve for this. So now we just gotta wait on the plates. Wait on the stainless steel. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this and we'll come back as soon as the stainless steel is finished. Alright, so our stainless steel is done. I also went ahead and made some sterling silver dust, which is just 4 silver dust and a copper, because we're going to be making the upgrade to our altar as well while we're at it. And I think we'll also go ahead and build get the stuff ready to build the attunement altar, because we're nearing a point, and the other teams are nearing a point where we need to start building those Lucerna rituals in order to protect ourselves from the monster spawning. So we need to start thinking about that. Alright, so we need at least, I believe, 2 gears. Let's check. Power unit. Yep, 2 tiny gears. So we got our 2 tiny gears. And that is our power unit. Take our hammer. I believe it's the hammer. Oh, we might need something else. let's say drill. Wrench and screwdriver is what we need. So I'll put you in here, grab the screwdriver and the wrench. And bam, we have a cobalt drill. Now I wish I knew why it had 250 durability, 2560 durability instead of the other, but let's go with it. And let's take a look here. I don't know how we'll go about charging this, but I believe we can use a battery buffer, so we're going to find out. We will find out. Alright, let's remove this canning machine. There's also a battery charger, which is another thing that I'll be looking into. But let's see, does this charge? It does not. It does not even let me put it in there. So we need to make the battery charger, I think. Well, that's gonna make things a little spicy, isn't it? Let's take a look at what this charger requires. Two lithium batteries and a bunch of those, and I believe I actually already have this set up ready to go. Because I believe that's why I made the other lithium batteries. So we have this. We got these. Do I not have the machine casing? I may not. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a machine casing real quick. I can't wait until all of this is automated. Although I think what we're going to do is I am going to probably pre-make a bunch of machines and do an episode for each automation setup. And I think I'm going to skip LV automation. I'm going to go straight to MV automation where possible. Where possible. So we need that. Do I need a circuit? Yes. And we need a chest. A chest, a circuit. A little bit of bouncing. Now I know this is something that I can build in the assembler, but we're just going to build it right here. I mean, there's really no point dealing with that right now since we're not automating it. There we go, 2 of these. And slap you right in here, and we have a battery charger. Now let's see if the charger will charge the drill. Yes, yes it does. Alright, so this is Cobalt, which is a mining level 3. So we're going to see if we can actually mine anything with it. And we're also going to see if it does 3x3. I don't know if it does. I don't know how the drills work. gregtech drill. Let's see. Let's see what this says about the drills. Drill tip. Okay, so I don't see anything about it being a multi. It may just be the equivalent of a pickaxe. But we'll test it out. We'll see how well this works. Now, I also wonder if the drill bit breaks if we use the power unit, if we lose the power unit as well. I know that you can I kind of wonder, let's see, is it possible to dismantle a drill? Doesn't say. Yeah, doesn't really say. You can give it mending though. That's good to know. Alright, so we are fully charged. So let's see what this drill can do. Let's do... Let's check out with iron. Okay, so it's just basically... And there's no modes, it looks like, that I can see. It's just a really fast drill. And supposedly it's supposed to have a 4% chance, but based on what I'm seeing, it's losing 1 durability per block, is what it looks like. Every single time. So it is not a 4% chance. They have set it to be 100% chance. It's just you're only losing 1 durability per block. So the only true benefit of using the cobalt drill that I can see is, or the drills in general that I can see, the only benefit is it's faster. So yeah, early mid game, stick with Tinkers. Yeah. Well, now we know. Now we know. Now we know. Oh, you know what? Let's see how fast it drills up obsidian. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This is really nice for obsidian. So there are some uses for this. The really hard blocks, it's definitely useful. And it's, say 22. Let's see how much durability is being lost on this. 21. So it's still 1 durability per block. So, and not a whole lot of power either per block. So this could be useful for harder stuff like obsidian. Alright, so the drill has its uses. It's not completely useless. Alright, cool. Well, there we go. So we have made a drill. Found out that it's not as great as we hoped it would be. And got our first stainless steel. Now, let's take a moment and get the sterling silver made. Because we just got to put that in there. Let's see, how fast is this processing? Oh yeah, that's going to be slow. And let's take a look at what we need for a couple of these. We have an attunement altar that we need to make. And then we have the upgraded celestial altar that we need to make, which is why we're making the sterling silver. And once we have these 2 multi-blocks built, things will get a little easier for us. And we can start working on things like the Lucerna ritual, which it still says there's nothing here. Visio, there's nothing here. Nothing here. I think this one might be the Lucerna ritual. And I think before we can see those, we need to build a looking glass. So let's work on that. Because I believe we need to discover some things before we can move forward. So I only need 1 of these. And then I'll take a log. A gold. 4 sticks. And it's also nighttime, so we might be able to discover one of our constellations now. Alright. And then we could possibly go straight to the telescope. Yeah. But what constellation do I have right now? I have Amara. So let's at least see if Amara is around. That's not Amara. That is a different one. Yeah. That's a completely different one. I think it's either a Vetus or a Vorso. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we're not going to make the observatory. But let's look at the telescope. 3 sticks, a wood. Alright. Okay. 2 of those. 3 sticks. One wood. Let's get this going too. Because maybe we can see more if we set this up. I mean, it's nearing daytime, so probably not. But here's to hoping, right? So that one's that. That one's that one. Here we go. This is the one we want. And we lost it due to daylight. So we'll have to try it the next night, but we can do the other stuff for now. We need a shifting star. So let's throw this bucket of starlight in there. 2 diamonds, 4 sapphire. Okay. So 2 diamonds. 4 of the aquamarines, and we're actually almost out of those, so we gotta be careful. 3 of these. 2 illumination powder. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some of these soon. Which means we need an autoclave. And we have to go mining for sapphires. Alright, so we have this. Now, what else did we need for the Tumen altar? We need some brass screws. 6, 2, and a spectral lens. Which more brass screws? So, let's see how many brass screws we need. That's 2. We need 4. Alright. Do I have any leftover brass rods? cylinders for that matter. No, so we gotta make one. Now, once we get the attunement altar and the other item built, the upgraded astral sorcery altar, we'll get more of these for free, and then we can look into getting the Lucerna ritual one. And the Lucerna ritual, if I remember correctly, if we have a collector crystal going to it and we capture the light rays, we can buff it. I don't know how far of a range it goes, but I'm hoping it will be enough to cover the bulk of our base. But we may actually continue this in another episode, because this has been going for a little while now. So we'll see. Alright, so there's our brass screws. Now, we're going to need 2 infused wood and 1 of those. We're actually going to need to make a lot of these eventually, but we'll do just the minimum to craft what we need for right now. Alright, so infused wood. Do I still have some? Oh, look at that. And there is our chiseled marble. Lens, brass screws, chiseled marble. Okay, so that's all the parts for that. And then we need 6 aquamarine. The last 2 of these. And a crystal. Let's choose probably the poorest crystal we have. Let's go with this one. Alright. Now that we have all of that stuff, we just need to build our altar. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. There's our lens. Any moment now. I hope it's not raining when when night falls. And then our attunement altar. And now we have the attunement altar, which I believe gives us the last 2. Yep. Oh, and a Lux Saber. Now I wonder if the Lucerna ritual shows up to us with those. It still says we don't know what it is. Probably because we need to get the other ones. Now we have Amara, of Dissidia, and Avorso. So we need Visio. Yep. So we need Visio. And then we need, is it a Vitas? Which we're not going to be able to make. I wonder though if we can see Lucerna after. Like, I'm almost certain that the Lucerna ritual is this one. I'm almost certain this is Lucerna. Because I know it's an early... I know it's an early one. And you can't make that until Star Metal. And you need the Avitus ritual beforehand. So there's got to be something that unlocks our ability to see that. And I don't know if it's getting the Visio one, which... requires potions of speed. It might be. Let's see, there's an item that blocks rain. Rain shield. We should probably place this out here. So let's get this built real quick. Alright. We need a brass rod, don't we? Or is it a bronze rod? Nope, it's brass. Alright, and the last thing we need is shield template. So wool, glass, and some sort of blue dye. Which I'll probably have to use. Uh-oh. I need chippies. Okay then. Well, we have 2 sheep right here. So, or actually, even better, if I remember correctly, there was sheep right outside. So let's grab this. You only need 3 wool. And of course it's nighttime. And the sheep is no longer here. Oh wait, there he is. Only 1? Alright. We do have a reusable morb, so let's go ahead and place one sheep here. Wonder if black wool works. Probably not, but we'll find out. We'll try it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? It does not work. Oh, and now it wants to give me multiples. This is what we call an exercise in frustration. Well, we have this, so let's go back to our astral sorcery area and place this. Oh, look at that. And we still can't see anything because it is still classified as rainy. There's this though. It's gonna land in the ocean and fizzle. Huh. I'm out of food? Question mark. Alright. Not sure when we ran out of food, but hey, we did. Alright, so we can't do astral. We got the rain guard. That didn't do very much at all. But we got it. We did build the attunement altar. And we got a Lux Saber. So let's put these right here for now. And let's pull out the battery buffer here, or the battery charger I should say. And let's put the CEU in and charge this Lux Saber and see what this does. supposedly does 11 damage. That's actually quite a bit. Oh, nice. Alright, let's try this. We need ourselves a monster. That works pretty nice. I can't complain with that. That was what, 2 shots? 3? 3 shot a creeper? I can't see a thing. Let's do this so we can see what we're doing. Alright, there's something around there. I think we got a Spidey here. Oh, okay. We're a little slowed by Captain Spidey, but let's see what else we got up here. Ah, there we go. Wow. 2 shots most of these. That's actually pretty nice, I must say. We got an enchanted mob over here. He's got reflect. And he dropped his shield, which is pretty much toast. Looks like we got another skeleton over here. But okay, this actually works pretty nice. Oh, well, here's a zombie. Nice. Alright, so this is actually a pretty good weapon. I cannot complain about this weapon at all. How much power did it use? It only used a little bit. So yeah, this is really good. Well, there you have it. The Lux Saber is actually worth using. And I think that's where we'll wrap it up. So we built a few things and we got a few things done. So let's wrap up here, and we will pick up with the upgrading of the Astral Sorcery Altar and building the Celestial Attunement on the next episode, and maybe start getting our Lucinerna altars built so that we don't die. Have a nice day, everyone, and we'll talk to you later.